Welcome to Nerdgoblinart. I'm Lula. I have the Froggy mold out. And I have him out because these arrived. They're flies. I'm not a fan. I don't like flies. They bite you. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they arrived from Temu, and I got the idea a few weeks ago to put flies inside the belly of a frog. So I've got Ether and Nature from Tiny Turner and number 5 non-sync glitter from Intoresin. So I'm going to be painting in just the arms, legs and the head, leaving the stomach clear. So while I get on with that, enjoy some music.
Floating in the moonlight, skeletons rattling tall, candles flicker in the twilight. Welcome to the haunted ball. Pumpkins with their wicked grins, witches cackling on the wall, spiders weaving webs of sins at the creepy, eerie hall. Dance, dance under the moon, haunted lullabies attune, ghosts and ghouls until noon, skeletons shuffle real soon. Shadows moving in the night, bats are flying, swerve and swirl. Underneath the pale moonlight, every ghoul and ghost will swirl. Creeping whispers in the air, magic fills the spooky fall. Everyone's dressed unaware in the haunted mystic sprawl. Vampires with their crimson charm, zombies shuffle down the lane, hold each other arm in arm, build a rhythm all insane. Moving in the night, haunted lullabies attune, ghosts and ghouls until noon, skeletons shuffle real soon.
That was cool music, wasn't it? Right, I've just given a clean up in the belly of the frog with a baby wipe. You can use a baby wipe or you can use alcohol wipes, or isopropyl alcohol and cotton buds and such. Just be wary, just make sure it's dry in there because resin doesn't like it when it gets wet. And if you need to dry it like I am there, can you see what I'm doing? Don't rub with, it can be quite coarse. Dab, okay? So I've painted on the pigment powders. And now I'm mixing my resin. I'm using Apex resin from Just For You Online UK. Really enjoying this resin at the moment. So I am going to play you more music.
Autumn leaves start to fall, colors paint the scene so bright. Walking through the chilly days, hoodies on, we feel alright. Fuzzy socks keep us warm, breathing air so crisp and light. Every step makes us smile in this cool and quiet night. Autumn whispers in the breeze, feel the magic with the trees. Chilly nights and cozy dreams in this world of autumn seems. Porches row, orange hues that start to glow. Sweaters wrap us snug and tight in the calm of fading light. Candles flicker in the dust, laughter echoes, it's a must. holding close in the cool air, moments made with love and care. Autumn whispers in the breeze, feel the magic with the trees. Chilly nights and cozy dreams, in this world of autumn seas. Autumn whispers in the breeze, feel the magic with the trees. Chilly nights and cozy dreams in this world.
Rather than using my debubbler, I want to let the resin debubble by itself for a bit. So that's what I did. Here we go. Right, I'm using a combination of isopropyl alcohol and my heat gun, although I'm not using my heat gun on the highest temperature. Now, I started putting the flies in, and I very quickly realised that I could put a handful in my hand and spray them with isopropyl alcohol as well. And of course, because we're looking at the frog from the other way, make sure you put them in the right way round, so the legs facing up to us. Just a little bit of moving around and trying to help bubbles come to the surface.
Wind has through trees like ghosts in flight. Leaves dance to the tune of the eerie night. Dark clouds gather in a sky so gray. Autumn's chill won't go away. Rain falls lightly on window panes. Inside we sit reading tales of old remains. Ghost stories whispered in the candles' glow. Shadows flicker where secrets grow. Spooky nights and days of dread. Winds blow fierce while leaves turn red. Rainy hours with books in hand. Autumn whispers across the land. Misty mornings with fog so thick. We wander past that play a trick. Through woods that creak and moan with age. Nature set, world on its stage. Chill fingers and haunted hearts. A season's dance that never departs. We grasp our coats, embrace the storm. In stories told we find our form. Spooky nights and days of dread. Winds blow fierce while leaves turn red. Rainy hours with books in hand. Autumn whispers across the land. Misty nights and days of dread. Winds blow fierce while leaves turn red. Rainy hours with books in hand. Autumn whispers across the land.
I made extra resin because I had a delivery come from Temu just yesterday. So I'm using coffee, Let's Resin mica powder, and I've just added it in to that greeny glitter. Quite happy with it. I'm quite happy for it to shine through because I'm going to add some golden Let's Resin powder as well. I don't want it just to be brown and boring, just give it a little twinkle and just have a little play with the colours. So mixing that in, and I'm going to be adding it to this hedgehog. It's like a hedgehog tea light holder. So I just thought that would be fun to do. Saw it on Temu and I was like, oh, it's really cute, and it's autumn, so I had in mind to do that. Also, I don't believe I said it at the beginning of the video when I started doing Mr. Froggy there. I'm not filling him to the top at this point. He's gonna cure, And when that layer of the like the glittery one has cured, we will then add some black mica powder to resin. So giving this hedgehog a squelch and a squeeze, and you saw me spraying him with my new fancy spray bottle with isopropyl alcohol beforehand, and I gave it a bit of a squidge around. So there we go. So the hedgehog is done. Oh, and I want to say a big thank you for those who have bought me coffee. I was so excited. I did a little happy dance. So thank you very much. And don't forget, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Links are in the description box. And you can also find information there about discount codes for BB Craft, for Intoresin, and I believe Let's Resin also as well now. So check out the description box. So I just wanted to make sure that we got to the top, and this mold is one of those molds. Watch. So I went to move and I was like, no, I'll leave her a minute. Okay. So this is another mold that arrived yesterday, and I was just deliberating for a moment, because obviously I got some brown resin made up there. So I just grabbed some Let's Resin flakes, and we all know that these are a joy. You can see as you pull them out there, they're going around. My idea was, like, when I go for walks through the woods, there's often logs and stuff, and it's very green all around the edges and then more brown in the middle, and that's what I had in my head. So that's why I did this, what I done. And I wasn't too worried about how varnished in it was. I didn't mind the darker brown colour, through the cracks and stuff like that, so wasn't too concerned. Just be wary, I had the fan running, I had to quickly go turn it off. Because it just, you open the bottles and it just flies everywhere, but thankfully it didn't go into the frog by there. So just added the last of my resin. I just realised that it's off camera, but that's what I'm doing. I was adding the last of the resin to my cup, and mixing in some more of the coffee. Was it coffee? Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember. We'll have to watch from when I started doing it. And obviously this is where I added gold as well. And in it goes. Really nice little mould, actually. I had enjoyed getting my haul from Temu yesterday. It's like Christmas, isn't it? It's not like, Amazon where you order it and it's there the next day. Sometimes I get it the same day, like 10 o'clock in the evening. And, you forget with Temu. Anyway, to be continued. But for you, it's now. So, at this point, I've got my black mica powder. I will link that in the description. I'm going to be mixing up. There you go. As if by magic, I blinked. I wiggled my witchy nose and got your resin going. So I've just added the black mica powder to this, giving it a good squirt up there, because I'm being wary of the feet and such, but under the chin is where I always get the majority of the bubbles with this Froggy. So I gave her a nice bit of a squirt under the chin, and I'll also use my silicone tool as well to encourage some of those bubbles. But yeah, it's all good. I'm getting better at pouring these lights. I realised that I'm using my the plastic cup. I like using the paper cups because I can squeeze the end and give them a pointed end to get into places better, but I could give this cup a good clean out afterwards so I can use it again. So, but I think I'm getting quite good at that. Right then, so another squirt. I'm not going to attempt to use my heat gun on this because I don't want to, you know, get the resin go everywhere because it is quite full, as you can see, and I do use my silicone tool just to fish around under there to encourage some bubbles up, and then I use the other end as well to tidy it up a little bit. As you can see on the top left arm, I managed to miss the actual mold and get it all on the side. So just tidying it a bit. It just means that it's easier when you demold it. It's not as much trimming and stuff to do. I just moved it there, and you can see that arm just needed a little bit more. There we go. And don't worry, I know there's more black resin there. I was using it in another project. I was multitasking today. I was quite proud of me. So, there we go. BRB. Miss me? I bet you did. Like a hole in the head. Right then. So, here we go. This is the tree coaster, I assume. Now, that coffee mica powder really, really dries dark. I was actually quite surprised at how dark. Yeah, this is the same one on the Hedgehog and is not as dark. So, go figure. But look at him. Isn't he cute? He's kind of sweet. I do colour his eyes off camera because I forgot to film it. But you'll see in the glamour shots, just using a Posca pen. That's all I did, was used a Posca pen on his eyes and gave him a little white dot to liven those eyes up. Now to the frog. I am never good at getting I don't grow my nails. I don't like to have long nails. So I use my dotting tool. So I try and save the skin. Because sometimes these can be quite sharp, and getting, you know, like sharp resin, hard resin up under your cuticle, you know, your nails is quite painful. So dotting tool's best. I decided to speed this up for you because it did take me a little while. It was only the ends of his toes that were still the teeniest bit soft, but the rest of him was solid, and I really wanted to see him. There's a trick to this one, is get the feet out and all, you know, push them out, and then you're good. Now, where you see on his bottom chin, that's where I put the silicone tool for the bubbles, but it's fine. What do you think? I think it's really freaky cool. Don't you think that's freaky cool? The colours, I think, are perfect. I'm really, really chuffed. And I didn't put too much glitter in for a change too. So that's my gold chrome marker by J. Diction. So I'm just going to go over his eyes. I did consider doing reds because of the red dots on the fly's eyes. But I was like, no. I do like having the gold eyes on the frogs with the green. Because these pigment powders I've used have a lot of gold flecks in it, so I think it looks really lovely. So that's my black Posca pen. It's acrylic, and I'm just going to do a simple line like that and like that. I probably could have waited, yes, for the gold to dry a bit, but that's fine. It's good. So what do you think? I am so pleased. Definitely glad I done a black base. I think that worked really well. I'm tempted to do another one of these logs, but mainly in like a gold and a brown for Froggy to sit on. But I'm quite happy for it to be a resting spot. Thank you for watching. Love you. Stay weird.
Magic beats within my heart, riding dragons through the storm, creating worlds with my art. Paint the sky with ancient
ancient tales, canvas filled with dreams so wild, so serene every stroke.